Buongiorno, siamo qui con un ospite speciale oggi, Hilal Baydarov. È in competizione nel festival 3070 Doc Fest con il suo film Birthday. Ora continueremo l'intervista in inglese. Noi ovviamente vi consigliamo di vedere il film entro la fine del festival, entro il 6 di gennaio, e soprattutto di votarlo per la votazione del pubblico. Ora passiamo all'intervista. Hello, Hilal.
Hello.
We are very happy to have you here, to be able to meet you, even if it's not in person, but thanks to internet and the technological instruments, we can reach all over the world. So where are you now exactly?
I'm now in Baku, in Azerbaijan, in my aunt's house. She's a teacher. She has a math teacher, and she has students in different rooms. I just want to say that. Sorry if you hear some kids' voices.
Great. So some normal life also mixed.
Yes.
Okay. So we really love, of course, your film. And I know that you didn't do a proper, let's say, cinematic path, let's say, not a normal education directly to this. I know you were you studied math. You were also like a champion in math competition in Azerbaijan, and then you were you degree in informatics. So how did it come that you arrived to cinema?
It's a very difficult question to answer, but I just want to say that from the early beginning, from my childhood, from my youth, I always think about what I do in this life. I mean, I studied math and computer science actually because of my mom, because she forced me to, because there is no people in the small village. That is why I studied math and computer science to make a bright future, but I couldn't escape from my nature that I always think of, and suddenly it ended up with making films. I started making films, but I have to confess that I really could never predict that my film will be shown in festivals in other countries or like that, because I never planned to show my films. Because 7 years all the festivals reject my film. 7 years. After 7 years, just they start to show one film of mine, and this film, The Birthday, I shot this in just one day, in my mom's birthday, and I didn't know that I was making a film. It was just her birthday. Suddenly, it ended up the film, and actually, she doesn't like this film. She hates this film. She told, yes, she told me to burn this film, to destroy this film, because she real herself. She says that it is not a film, it is her life. And she told me to make a film. It is not a film, it is just her birthday. Yes, it is just a simple story I want to tell you.
But maybe is for this reason that we really love it, because it's something normal, it's something simple, or as you said in an interview, that is a kind of repetition and repetition and repetition of things that we do every day. And I think it's a really good way to represent like normal life, a normal time. And okay, and so why you started filming her?
I mean, I don't have a close friend. Of course, I know somebody, but I don't have a close friend. I only know my mom for years. I only know her. I mean, it is only an answer that I can give, because I don't have a strong relation with the others, but I know. I cannot say I know, but I feel my mom. This morning, what I think, Mother and Son is an endless book. I mean, I think it is true for everybody, for every son, for every mother. Mother and Son is a endless book. You can read every page for every day. And I just show that our relation Actually, again, I want to say that I didn't want to show. I just want to film or something like that. I want to capture our relation. At the end, it become a film. Yes, she's only one that I love. Yes, she's only one that I love. I never loved anybody. I have to confess. I only love my mom.
And this is really, really amazing. But and this something that you discovered while you were filming her, something that you, I don't know, or about her or about your house, if that one was your home, like of your childhood, and maybe through the camera you realize something that you didn't realize before, or maybe also this what you said just before.
You know, there is nothing new in our life, in my mom's life, also in my life. I mean, we all always do the same thing. I mean, you know, even now I am now in my aunt's house because there is no internet connection in my house. Our house is just a 5 minute far away. My mom is just next door and she is living there. I just come here to talk with you because there is internet connection in my aunt's house. That's why I am here. My mom, she's now praying, or she's resting, or she's working at the garden. I mean, I am 33. She has been doing this for 33 years. She has, I mean, always do the same things. I mean, she's now praying, maybe 6 or 7 hours she prays every day. She is resting, or she is working in the garden. If you call now, she's doing one of these three things. And I filmed it because she always stay like that, staring at the window. And when I film it, she become very nervous because for her there should be some dramatical moment in the film. Someone has to die, and when I showed this film to her, she told me that Hilal, it is not a film because there is no car explosion, there is nobody jump over the mountain, there is nobody died in the film. It is not a film. That's why because for her there should be blood, there should be great love story, there should be great adventure. But in this film there is nothing. She just you see she just work in the garden and she stays and she doesn't do anything. But for me, in this repetition, there is a secret moments of the life that you can feel the rhythm. You can feel my mom. You can feel. I think everybody. You cannot understand the people with their action, but you can understand the people with their silence.
Yes, you're saying now the silence, and it's something that you can feel in your film. This um, silence or this timing passing without even sounds or even noises. And yeah, how did you work with the sound, but also with the editing? Because if you started shooting her um, without thinking to make a film, how did it come out, the film?
Yesterday night I finished the editing of my new film. It's a fiction film. They will call it this documentary film. For me, there is no big difference. The fiction documentary. Told it 1,000 times. I have been editing my new film for 7 months. Every day I work on it at least 10 hours. There are thousands and thousands clips, more than 100 hours clips, and 7 months I watch my new film in a silence. I never turn on the microphone. I just watch like that. And I really also this film, The Birthday, I watched it. I mean, too many hours just in a silence. And I believe that cinema should be silent film. I don't know who discovered the sound. For me, I mean, when I in the last moment I always add this sound, but to the last moment I always watch the silence. And while filming, always I don't listen the sound. I just watch the frame. I just record. I was alone in this film. I carry the boom. I open the camera. My mom is there because we are two in this film. For me, I mean, silence it has a very special internal rhythm, very internal rhythm. And if you keep patient, if you're patient, you can feel that there are new horizon, new window can open to you that you cannot find in your normal life. And I think the power of the cinema is lie on this spatial rhythm, on this silence. And my mom also is a very silent woman. She's very fragile. She always, I mean, sitting just there for hours and hours and without talking, just watching out the window and the doors and the walls. I think my mom itself is a cinema. That is why it was not that difficult for me to film her.
And this film is part of a trilogy, right?
Yes.
And how did it? How is part of the three? Let's say, in theory, a trilogy is kind of different steps, or a part of the same story. If you want to explain us about also the other two films.
Actually, it was not a trilogy. It is the part of my portrait series because I wanted to make a film about the person who I know very much to the end of my life, and it is the third film. That it is actually it's not a trilogy. It's the third film of the portrait series. I will try to continue to make a film right to the end of my life. Uh, Actually, it is the idea that to make a film in one room, in one house, I mean, character's house, let's say like that, without telling any words, just filming her daily routine and making a portrait about her. I mean, and first I made a film about me, myself, then about my friend, and third it is my mom. And I thought about the fourth person, still I couldn't find. I think I will come back again to myself, then to my friend, then to my mom. Maybe.
And so the project you're working on, the next film we're gonna see, what it is about, and if you have any other projects that you're working on.
Yes, actually, I finished the writing of a new script, and yesterday I finished the editing of my new film. It is now in post production. It is the I don't know how to say. It is about a crime story, but it doesn't look like a police. It is a film about the police and the crime and criminal things, but obviously it is my film. There is no police. Uh, really, because everybody's staring at the wall for 15 minutes, but it's a police story, it's a criminal story. It is just the anatomy of a crime, just like a Dostoevsky story. And I tried to investigate the simple and stupid crime story. I think there is, for me, the script or the story was never important thing. I just need a spark to make a film, and for this film, it's just a simple crime story that I read from the newspaper. And for the birthday, just spark the initial point is just my mom's birthday. I mean, I want to tell you another joke that you will really laugh. The film is 63 minutes because it was my mom's 63 years old.
Great. This is great. This is great.
It is 63 years old and I made 63 minutes. Really, I mean,
it makes sense. I totally agree. I totally agree about your choice, and it works. It works because it's an amazing film, and it really works.
Thank you.
So cool. It was really amazing to meet you. And what about the last festival you attended? I know you were in Venice, right? Maybe
yes,
it was the last one. Yeah. And how was it?
It was the biggest festival I was ever attend. Real crazy. 5 years ago, I promised that I will never give any interview. I will never talk with anybody. I just make a film and I will show it to some people if they want to watch.
So I really feel privileged also.
Yes, because I never give an interview in my country, and very few times, and I broke this rule in Venice because from the morning to the night you have to give an interview. It is a part of the festivals. From the 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. everybody after in 10 minutes the journalists change and they ask questions. My English was very bad. It became good at the Venice Film Festival. After 2,000 interviews, my English started to develop. I thought that Venice one of the is the English training course for me really. Maybe next time I will learn in Italian because everybody asked too many questions. And
Very good, very good. So next
yeah,
time you will join us into the festival. So you're gonna practice your Italian, and you
I
will
hope so,
speak of
really.
Italian.
Yes, I hope. And
So
they
thank
told me that I look like Italian. I don't know.
yeah. Ah, very good, very good, very good. Yeah. Okay, so thank you very much. This was not an interview, I have to admit. It was just a chat, so
Okay.
don't worry.
Mhm.
So thank you very much, and we're gonna see your film up to the 6th of January here in Italy, and
Mhm.
we hope to meet you soon and to see, of course, next film you're doing.
Okay.
Io vi ringrazio e vi ricordo di guardare Birthday di Hilal Baydarov fino al 6 di gennaio sulla piattaforma di 3070 Doc Film Festival. E a presto con le prossime interviste.